The first exercise is going to be arm circles, and all we're doing here is just kind of warming up the shoulders and loosening them up a little bit just to get them ready for the workout. So for arm circles, you just put your arms out straight, palms facing up the outside walls, and you're just going to perform circles. And you can do this for, I don't know, 30 seconds, a minute, however long you can. You want it to burn, and trust me, it will burn. And when you're done going forward, then you pause and go backward. Okay, once you're good and warmed up there, then you can move on to your shoulder exercises. And the first one on the list is a front raise with dumbbells. I'll show you first with dumbbells. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart, your knees bent kind of soft a little bit, and stand up nice and tall. Front raise, it's very self-explanatory, but it's one of those things you want to really isolate the muscle that you're working and not use momentum. So you're going to bring the weight up, really focus on the shoulder, a slow methodical movement. And what I see a lot of times is this, moving really fast. And then after a while, that's just momentum taking over. It works, but again, it's just not as effective. The idea is to really engage the muscle as you use it. I'll show you from the side. So at this point, your arms should be parallel to the ground. Might come up just a little bit higher, but you don't want to be doing this way over your head. Okay, so there's that movement. Side raises, I have to drop the weight on the side raises just a little bit, just because with this particular exercise, when you bring your arms out to the side, you want to keep your arms as straight as you can. And I find that for me, if I go too heavy, it bothers my shoulders. You're working your shoulders, so I just think I need to work on some strength in my shoulders. So it's the same stance, feet shoulder width apart, knees soft, bringing the weights out to the side, keeping your arms straight. And that's the movement, that's all there is to it. And when you do that exercise, you should feel it up in the top of your shoulder here and on this part here where that cool little ball starts to form. All right. The next one is a downward dog, like a push-up. It's a downward dog push-up. And the idea with this exercise, again, is to work the top part of your shoulder. This is something I learned in Insanity, so if you don't trust the form that I am showing you, by all means go out to YouTube and do a search on downward dog push-up and you'll find it. But what you want to do is get in the downward dog position. You're going to turn your hands in to where your fingers are facing each other, and you're going to perform a push-up where your elbows are going to go out, and in this, with your head, with your torso being down pointing to the ground, then your body weight is the resistance, and that's where you're going to feel it in your shoulders. Now the idea with the downward dog push-up is to keep your head, neck, and back straight. And the last exercise for shoulders is a dumbbell row. It's very similar to the one arm row for back. The difference is with back, you're coming up with the weight like this, so that's working this part of your back. with one arm row for shoulders, your arm is going to be out and it'll work this top right here, and I'll show you. Alright, so with your chair or bench, find your position. Your palm is going to face to the back of the room, and you're going to pull the weight up. Slowly bring it back down. And when you pull the weight up, you're going to really focus on letting the shoulder do the work for you. So that's where focusing on flexing the shoulder muscle is going to come in. You want to pretend your shoulder is what's moving the weight up. And with this exercise, like any other exercise I've been showing you, keep your back flat. Don't drop your shoulder. Don't roll up like this. Keeping everything as static and still as possible, except for the arm that you're working. Alright, now with the bands you can perform the same exercises. With front raises, because this is a 20-pound weight, I am not there yet to be able to do front raises with 20 pounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate the movement by doing one arm at a time. So I'm stepping on the band. I'm going to provide the kind of tension that I need. It's not enough. Adjust your band under your foot. Bring the weight up. And if that's the right tension, then you got it. Okay, so front raises. That's what I just demonstrated there. Next are side raises. It's the same idea as the front raise. You keep your arm straight. And you're not going to feel the band go tight until it's fully engaged. And once you reach this stage here, this is where you can really focus on using the muscle to bring the band up. Now for the dumbbell row, this is real similar again to the one arm row for back. Elbow out, palm facing to the back of the room. And that tension is not nearly enough, but I think you get the idea here with how the bands work. Alright, and that is, those are the mods for shoulders. And one thing I would like to mention is that if you can't do that downward dog, or if the positioning is just not right for you and you don't feel like you're getting it, what you can do is a dumbbell shrug. It doesn't fully take the place of the downward dog, but you're still working your shoulders. So with a shrug, grab your dumbbells, keep your arms down to your sides, and you're just going to shrug your shoulders up. That is the only movement. You don't want to bend your elbows at all. You're just shrugging your shoulders up, like you're saying, I don't know, I don't know. And when you get to the top, you're going to really, really focus on flexing the muscles. Alright, with the band, you can perform the same exercise. However, with this, with the band, you may need to put a loop in it, because this doesn't give me any resistance at all. So by putting a loop in the band, however big or small you need to, get there in a second. Alright. Okay. Now right here I can already feel that the bands are tight. So this is going to perform the amount of tension that I need to, it's going to provide the amount of tension I need to perform the shrug. Yeah, that's much better. Alright, so I think you guys get the idea that regardless if you have dumbbells or bands, most exercises can be modified using bands, and they really are just as effective. You just have to find the right tension. That is everything that was on that worksheet, and if you guys have any questions or if I've done something that is not clear, please hit me up, let me know, and I will do my best to answer any questions you guys may have. And I think at this point everybody knows that I'm pretty responsive, and it may take me a little bit of time to get back to you, but eventually I do get back to you. So again, if you have any questions, holler at me, let me know. And for the record, I'm really proud of this group. I think you guys are doing awesome. I see so much inspiration and motivation out there, and everybody is really willing to step up and help each other and answer questions when they can. And I think it's awesome. I think you guys are wonderful, and I've enjoyed every minute of being part of SINS. And I just encourage you to keep going.